Summoners! The key to this map was threat range and getting the right matchups at the right time. I did that a couple different ways, but my favorite by far was with Harmonic Sonya. You can see the absolute amazing amount of space she covers here, and bam! When she hits it so hard. All right, let's get into my matchups. Hello Summoners, and welcome to another episode of FEHology, the study of Fire Emblem Heroes. My name is Joel, and I want to run you through my matches for Summoner Duels Survival. I wanted to give you guys an idea of what you're going to face if you haven't done your matches yet. I tried to get this out as soon as possible, but it's hard to go early. Let's jump right in. So first up, the first thing I tried was a pure warping team with kind of a raid boss Eitri configuration. You can see that she's summoner supported or ally supported with Lilith to give that nice null follow-up. And the point there was to be able to actually have her do as much damage as possible. And then I have Erosion with Reagan there doing a ton of damage. Now, the problem that I did not look at here was the fact that Eitri was not going to be able to take out that unit. God, Dimitri. Using my Dimitri against me. That's just wrong. Now, the other thing is this warping ability of Lilith is just amazing, and I cannot believe she was able to one-shot Eitri. This is right out of the gate. Like, this is my first match. I'm doing fantastic. Oh, good times. There's a couple of things I did wrong here. The first is I overestimated the value of even pulse die over sudden panic. Out of all these matches, I have learned that sudden panic is just a necessity. Not that it would have completely helped me here, but it would have done quite a bit more than it did. For instance, right now they would be panicked and probably would have been able to get that kill with Reagan. The next thing is I just completely overlooked the range that they could get out of Dimitri. I was not happy with this. So, second try with this team. Okay, much more standard team here. And remember, we talked about threat range, getting the right matchups. The hard part with this team is making sure that everyone is sacrificed at the appropriate time. I'll tell you what I don't like about this team. We've talked about it before. The thing you cannot have is a team that hinges on one unit. And if that one unit goes down or is sacrificed in some way, the rest of the team collapses. And that is the case with Eitri. And you can see right there, I should stop here because I love this unit so much. Oh, they did such a good job with this. This note is just fantastic. Mori in our server has a similar one, but with Vital Astra, and just a monster of a unit. And you can see it's going to plague me throughout this entire thing. And one of the problems with this team is, oof, that hurt. If they have Canto control, a lot of the survivability of the team goes way down. Since I don't have a Far Savior to take that hit, that means that I am relying on being able to sneak out. Go, Eitri, yes. Once that happens, I get rid of that note and this team functions much, much better. We've got the warping ability of Lilith, which is a fantastic unit. I'm not so sure that she matches well with Eitri, and I'll show you a better Eitri team here in a bit because I had to change off of this one. You can see here I was able to force matchups that I wanted to, and when that happened, all went well. When, you know, raid boss Dimitri got to me, well, what do you do? Can I just say that pulse smoke on Eitri is absolutely fantastic. So we got a victory here, and I'm about to drop my second loss. This is a very well played match here. Fishy Foshy actually got a hold of me afterwards. It was interesting talking to them. Keep in mind, most of these matches you see went almost full time. Like, these were very thought out matches. There were a couple things here that didn't go right though. One, I still haven't changed that out, and that's I hadn't learned my lesson yet. You're gonna see how this team is, how I envision it working right here. Something surprised me here though, and that's that. You guys saw what happened, right? 44 damage on the dot. Ashe had 45 HP. That means if I could have had one less HP lost, I would have been golden. That's okay. Tiki goes down. Yay! But I forgot about Canto control and I'm stuck there. I got very, very lucky here, and without Deadeye, somehow Legendary or Duocrom isn't able to get that kill. It was an amazing thing. But I'm in a tough position because they're in the lead, and that means they can just wait me out. So I've got to think of some way to get an action on them, and what I've offered them is a fishy. Now the problem here also is they've got more actions than I do, but that's okay. Because Reagan is going to come in and save the day. Woo! Canto control. You're going to see a common theme here. Yeah, summoners, so I don't have no follow-up on Eitri anymore because, you know, I baited out with my Lilith. So that's unfortunate. I'm trying to sneak up on them because there's still a chance. I knew that was coming, and I was trying to position my Eitri in order to take a hit back. The problem was, if you actually look at this, I believe I was 8 short. With Ruptured Sky, I was 8 short. Medius is a monster. So I had nothing. They can easily creep up on me and just smack. It was ugly. It was real ugly. Okay, we have 2 more matches with this team. The problem I was running into was everything, I mean, even if I was winning, it was very, very close. And once again, so Canto control was a hard counter. I don't know why I'm looking. I've got all of your information up on the sides for you. And then there were some matchups that I just couldn't win. That made this very, very hard to deal with. I did rig everything else to where it almost was a guarantee that this team was going to be picked. In case you're wondering what that was, that was a misclick where I slipped. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Okay, so we're setting up here with my nice Ashe. And I am hoping to be able to take out that unit there. All right, and now we are cooking. I know that being able to take out that Vantage Paula was very, very necessary. What I did not remember was this duo skill giving extra movement, which I don't know why I always forget about her duo skill. It's really good. She's a fantastic unit. The problem is if you don't have blues to go up against, she's less fantastic. But see, I won the trade war, especially because that Sigurd is so far away from Hector. So we're doing good now. I never like teams where I win or lose before the match starts. And that's essentially what I created here. And I had tested this team a lot. It had done really well. I had high hopes for it. This was really the only hard match that I won. And this is a friend of the channel, Muman, who is a fantastic player. And I caught them a little off guard here, and we'll show you how. So same setup we've been working on. The thing is that Sonya absolutely demolishes my Ashe. So the goal here is take out Sonya. Like, that's it. That has to happen. So I'm getting everyone set up. See, the other problem with this setup is, oh, that just warms my heart. Run away! Okay, big thing here. Canto control happened because they set up their units very well, just flat out. But the thing that really got them was that pulse smoke, which got Sonya down out of blazing wind range and saved my butt. Now, I'm able to take an extra unit out. This is huge because I pulsed them down again. God, I love Sonya. I go ahead and get the extra kill. I'm just whittling them down right now. I love that warp. I did not expect that. Did not expect Katria to do that. And she surprises me constantly with her killing ability, I swear. And you can see this is pretty well expected. But we have 3 actions left, and I can go in and take out that Sonya, which is huge. Once that happens, we're back on equal playing field. So, you can kind of see how this team goes. And I'm hoping you watch this and get some ideas. I needed to switch to something different, though. I needed more bulk, I needed something that wasn't weak to Canto control, and I also needed amazing threat range. You know, small stuff, right? So I went back, completely retooled my teams, stayed up way too late doing it, because that's what this mode does to you. You stay up way too late doing stuff. And we have this. I believe this first one shows pretty well how this works, but I just want to talk about this Micaiah, this plus 10 Brave Micaiah, because you're going to see a lot of this unit from now on, I promise you, because she one-shots Rhea. One-shots. She also one-shots a Thune under the right circumstances. Like, this unit is a monster. Yeah, very, very impressed. This is a well-designed team with a lot of merges. This is someone who knows what they're doing. And I am tasked with getting rid of that Micaiah. If I can do that, I win. Like, that's it. So this gets everyone set up. You can see they're very clumped. I tell people a lot, at the end of turn 1, I can usually look at your team and tell you if you're going to win or not. And if I was looking at these 2 teams, I would have not said I was going to win. I had to spread out there, and what I missed, and I should have paused it, I had Rhea set up here, and what I was going to do was warp in with Sonya and take out Micaiah, only it didn't work because Micaiah doesn't kill, or Sonya doesn't kill Micaiah. Bane of my existence. All right. It's not the last one you'll see of that, though. So now we're doing the standard keep away. I'm using guidance on Sonya, and it is helping me a ton just get around. I am wondering how in the world I am going to break this mess that I'm in, though. As you can see, we're just doing a lot of shuffling, and I am just praying that I get a chance to take out that Micaiah. And then they do this, which is fantastic. I did not expect to get this lucky. This was... I think they were offering this as a sacrifice. I believe they wanted to get rid of Sonya, but unfortunately Crom was all prepped up. I have a feeling that either one would have been just fine for them. As soon as they make that move and get Micaiah out of the way, then I'm going to slide Rhea up. So now I don't care if they take... Oh... So you can see what they did is they could put Katria in that spot in order for Micaiah to get 2 hits on Rhea. And doing that was going to just obliterate me, right? But they opened themselves up to Sonya, and because her warping ability is just so tough to keep track of, I still have not gotten rid of that stupid Micaiah. Still there. One shot, done. Yay. This is the big thing though, and I was waiting to see if Edelgard could take out Chrom. I didn't think she could, but there was that fear. Also interesting with the near save, it did actually come into play because I wanted to take Dagger around and take out Micaya. So if you've got enough threat range, you can do the near save thing, and particularly on this map where you had a lot of people coming around the corner with their melee units, comes in very handy. We're going to talk now about the map where everything went wrong for me. This is team number 2. This is my Pathfinder team. So I set it up to where I had Yuri as the in the captain spot, so he almost always got vetoed, which left me with one of these two teams always. This has the best opener ever, and you can see something happened here, and my spots got messed up, and I'm not fully kitted, and I am in a panic right now because that's right, another brave Micaya, and this one has warping to back her up. You can see I'm very, very careful not to break that brick. They can actually set up Ashe in that spot and have some crazy warping shenanigans. So this is all about posturing at this point. There's a lot of this on this map where you're going to go to this side, you're going to go to this side, and it's tough to keep up with. Okay, I am desperately trying to get... Okay. That's important. The reason I did that was a captain on captain kill. This is a team that relies very heavily on Eitri, but I thought that was a good enough sacrifice and that I had enough range with Nana and Dogger. Easily take that unit out now. The problem is what ensues is the most boring match ever. We've got 3 more turns, folks. And this is me just sitting in the back saying, hey, I'm up by a point. I don't like to win this way. I prefer not to, but sometimes you set your units up wrong and forget to fully kit them. And this is what you have. Now, the important thing is, the reason this works is because of Pathfinder, it means that's my threat range. That's crazy. It does a very good job of keeping them at bay. We talked about it. Threat range, getting the right matchups. In this case, the right matchup is just not letting them move. I will say, I really think... Oh, they left their Reagan open. Reagan was just good luck for me. I do think Dogger could have tanked Micaya. I was just too chicken. Okay, and this, I mean, I kind of expected this, but this is one of those things. When you're ahead, it's okay to trade down. I'm not sure what they were going for here. Well, they couldn't have. I've gone over my head. This looked like a setup that was going to work, and then it didn't. But again, I just kept them at bay. It's not a very clean way to win. I don't like it, but it happened. This team, let's go to something fun though. Oh my God. So this is 79 attack. Oh my God. Look at that. 57 speed. This is a monster of a unit. Okay, again, like this is a whole match. Like this is must get rid of Ophelia. If I get rid of Ophelia, everything else is fine. I love this team, by the way, so much. So same thing. Now this has the same problem that my early Eitri team did. And the problem was if Eitri went out, then the team was toast. And that's the same thing here. If they can't protect Ophelia, then they're not going to win this. Now they have a lot of very cool things in place in order to protect her, but that's tough. Now, as they're moving around here, I'm trying to figure out which direction I can go. Oh, that guidance just coming in clutch. I'm hoping to be able to take out Ophelia here. Now, I don't understand. I guess they were trying to get rid of debuffs there, but man, that left them open. Like, and there's no way. Well, they didn't know I had erosion on, but I mean, honest to God, maybe just this, I don't know. But again, my one goal here is to take out Ophelia, and it's a captain on captain kill. So much of this map was about waiting summoners. I don't, it's okay. I like more aggressive play. Kind of knew that was going to happen. What I didn't know was how good of a wall, a dragon wall, Rhea was gonna be. Oh, so we sit and we have a standoff here. It's a lot of things that went into play. I really thought that if I gave Rhea the Chrom duo skill that she could take out Hector, and she couldn't. Like, she was close. She was within 6, but she took so much damage that she was going to get taken out by someone else, and I'm ahead. Like, don't make bold, stupid moves when you're ahead. Yeah, I mean, you guys can see this. I am just desperately trying to get some sort of purchase, and it's about to happen right here. Boom! Dogger! Showing up. Oh, I love that. Never mind. I have thought of putting Vital Astra on her. I think it would be very good, but I haven't done it yet. Okay, now I want to show you this because this is really neat. This is an opening that I saw. I wish I could remember their name. Actually, they're an Asian player and I can't pronounce their name. I apologize, but this is a fantastic opener. Look at that. Oh my God, that covers so much space. That is amazing. But look at these units too. I mean, this is a very off-meta team other than Yuri, but I mean, you're gonna have, well, you have 2 meta units on there. I guess the big non-meta unit is just, oh my God, I forgot his name. What is Merrick? Thank you. Oh. So the way this team is supposed to run is everyone kind of clings to the outside of the threat range and then jumps in. The problem was I really wasn't paying attention, and Sigurd of course can move an extra space, and they set him up perfectly and I can't get to him. Now I'll be honest, I think the move here might have been to take out Nana. I don't know. It's tough to say in hindsight. That's fantastic, though. Ithune just put in work. I'm about to showcase this build a little bit, and we're going to pause here. If you are looking at new different builds, this works for Vector. Really, any hardy fighter unit with slaying can run this miracle build, and it's fantastic. It really, really comes in clutch. You're gonna see it here in a second. I would look at if you're looking at something to help you out. And the big thing here was realizing that with erosion present, that armors had to do more things. Look at that. Oh, yes. Yes. Now we're just gonna whittle them down. So armors had to be a physical wall as well, because they couldn't just be God. I can't believe she hit that hard, by the way. They couldn't just be a far savior buffer, because there were times where far save wasn't really in existence. So as you can see, I'm just trying to whittle down their team. I knew that I had to get Nana around and take out a unit because I was worried that Ephraim can obliterate me. We'll see that in just a second. Yeah, I knew my dancer was gone, so I had to get a unit out there in order to make sure everything was even. I'm not sure why they did that. I probably would have rolled the dice and just seen if Dogger took him out. I think she does, but rather than run away. We got one more match. We made it all the way through. We're back to this team. I was a huge fan of Rhea. Rhea came through for me big time. But keep in mind, most of that's because I vetoed Dual Chrom a ton. If you don't veto Dual Chrom, you need Sacred Cowl active, as opposed to just on one cooldown like it is here. I'm still on the fence with Rhea. I like her a lot, and she does things that are good. But Deadeye and Lethality exists, and of course we're probably about to get the Mage damage reduction special. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I meant to talk about this. I wanted to show this build. I mean, obviously this person doesn't have all their kits built out. This is kind of, they're just playing, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But look at this Kaden though. I wanted to showcase their Kaden because this is such a cool unit. If this is your team and you're watching this, I would love to know how this team did against other folks. Sonya's just mighty. It's another one of those things. I mean, Sonya is there to take out the key unit, and in this one, Kaden was the key unit. Everything goes down pretty easily there. Yeah. Summoners, let me know in the comments how you guys' runs are doing. I would love to know. I really tried hard to get this out on Thursday and it just didn't make it. A couple takeaways. The most popular units to get banned are Yuri is probably the first. Second up is Duodogger, and third is Krabben. So if you are setting up your team and trying to get one team vetoed over another, those are the units that you want to place around to have. If you can do a team without those units and you like it, you are golden. Ashe is not really a factor. Most people just ignore her right now, which is a shame. She's a good unit, but her combined with erosion makes it hard to create teams around her. We talked about sudden panic, and you saw me put this on. I think it's on every team I used. It is invaluable. So many teams on Summoner Duels run with sudden panic or run with buffs, and sudden panic mitigates that a ton. Just so you know, like an example of how this would be used, keep in mind when Duodogger pops her skill, she's giving +6 to everyone. And it's likely that you had other buffs on them as well. I have had it to where through sudden panic, and other things, I have gotten a -11 to all stats. It is something. Obviously this team isn't set up for that, but just the fact that you can get those debuffs on the Pathfinder teams is huge. Huge. Nana with -11 to all stats is just not the same. Other things. Jeez. You really need some sort of melee threat. I love the sisters here, Dogger and Note, just because they provide so much support with Pathfinder, and they also provide a melee threat. I'm probably a bigger fan of Note just because the color is more rare, and I think bonus doubler is a bigger deal. So if in a vacuum, I would pick Note over Dogger, but both of them are very good if you have them built up. Any other things? Sonya is amazing. When she comes back around, she's a must-have. I've talked about it before, but in Summoner Duels, you don't need her at high merges. You just need one. I would prepare to get her. The better B skill is probably Windsweep. Just keep that in mind as you're setting up teams. Any further thing? I've got an episode coming out talking about which armors are better. Just know that in this meta with erosion, it doesn't mean that you don't use armors. Armors are still very, very good. Not everyone's running erosion for one thing, but for another, even if they are, a lot of times what you end up doing is taking that sacrifice. They take a unit out from under your Far Savior, and then you're able to hit back. So I keep that in mind. Yeah, my personal take on who you should veto, I don't think Yuri is all that on this map. I would veto probably Dogger first, Crom second. And then whoever else fall. If they are on the same team, then Joy, then you can get Yuri, and then of course Sonya's on that list. Summoners. Leave it in the comments below. How are you doing? How are your matches going? Let me know if these are helpful at all. I try to put these together very quickly. It's a lot of work. So I'm hoping they provide some sort of benefit to you when you're watching these before you do your matches. Other than that, take care and schedule an appointment with your FEHologist real soon.